guys? It's Greg Campbell, Angry Tones Riff Clips, and today we're going to be checking out the JCA 20 from Jet City Amplification, which is designed by Sedano, but this one here has been modified by Amp Man in Chicago from Anthony over there at AMM Amplified. Let's check it out. So let's go ahead and talk about this amplifier, you guys. What you have right here is your preamp gain setting, bass, middle, treble, your master volume, and your presence. I've been messing around with this amplifier for a little while, and I'm noticing it's a little bit on the fizzy side, which isn't necessarily a bad thing if you're playing more of the like older classic rock and doom type metal and stuff like that. It's not my personal favorite type of tone. I like the tone from some of those old records, but the stuff that I'm playing is a little bit more of the modern metal tones that you get out of some of the amplifiers today and stuff like that, as far as Marshalls, Randalls, Mesa Boogie, and stuff of that nature. Friedman. But this amplifier is pretty awesome. It's kind of taken me back to some of those older tones. On the back of this amplifier, it's got two mods. It's got the Jose mod, and it's got the Jayk E mod, the Jayk E Leigh Mod. So it's kind of cool for some of those older kind of rock and roll, hard rock meets earlier metal kind of vibes. At least that's what I'm getting from it. So we're going to go ahead and play with some tones today. I'm going to use it in the settings that I have, but I do want to play with the preamp gain while we're messing around with it right now. So let's go ahead and start with the gain barely on and see what we have. Right there, we're getting into our crunch territory. I'm not using any boost or overdrive. This is just the amplifier on its own. Go ahead and put our gain at about 3 o'clock. Not bad. Let's go ahead and put it at noon. That is with the gain at noon. Let's go ahead and crank it up to about 6. Say about 2 o'clock. Not too bad. That's probably my favorite setting. I notice when you push the gain a little bit more over the threshold, it does get a little bit fizzier. We'll go ahead and try that and put it at about 4 o'clock, which would be 8 on the amplifier. As you can see, it's a lot more flubby in the low end. That's my #1 dislike about this amplifier, is it's definitely a little bit more on the fizzy doomy side, and it's not articulate as far as some of my other amplifiers I use. However, we do have the Venom Inc. AM Amplified version 2 boost pedal sitting right here on the floor. So let's go ahead and engage that pedal and see if it tightens it up by any chance. We'll go ahead and use the switch in modern mode. Definitely tightens up the amplifier in a much bigger way. Let's go ahead and do a quick little before and after so you can hear the results. Let's go ahead and put it back in my favorite setting on the amplifier, which is just between 6 and 7 on the preamp gain. And let's add a little reverb and see if we can get some of those really cool tones with these mods. And then we'll go ahead and try the Jose mod, because right now we are using it in the Jayk E Leigh Mod. Let's go ahead and try that same setting, Jayk E Mod, and let's go ahead and hit the boost while we get a little reverb going on. Venom 2 version 2 boost. Not bad at all. Getting some very cool tones out of this amplifier. Like I said, I've been playing with it for a while. Wasn't sure if I was going to like everything going on with it, but sometimes you got to just give some amplifiers some time and get used to them and get comfortable with them. Still not my favorite kind of tone if I was going to go out and buy an amplifier. With these modifications, I would probably want something a lot more tight, a lot more high gain, and with a lot more thump. You know, I feel like when you use the depth mod, which is what we're about to try right now. You get your low end back, but it still has that fizz, and it still doesn't have that super tight articulate sound that I usually go for. But as far as playing some earlier rock tones and some earlier metal tones, it's nailing that part for sure. But if you want something that's a lot hotter, a lot more, I guess more of a brutal type tone with some of the metal you're hearing today, some of the extreme metal, black metal, that would be an entirely different amplifier, where this is taking me back and giving me some really cool vibes of some of the older rock and hard rock and earlier metal tones that I'm hearing with my ear. Still a little bit more high gain than probably a JCA 800 or something per se, but it's got a lot more fizz. It's got a lot more of a woofier low end until I engage this boost pedal. The Venom Inc. version 2 really adds a little bit more saturation and it tightens everything up. So let's go ahead and try the Jose Depth Mod. That is with the knob pulled out, which I believe engages the depth mod, the Jose mod. That is a much woofier tone. I've messed around with the EQs when I had it in this setting before. There's just no way around that doomier feel. It's just going to have that vibe. I cranked up the volume a little more as well. I notice it kind of dips the volume just a pinch. But let's go ahead and engage the Venom Inc. version 2 boost on this setting and see if it tightens it up. Because this is a much lower frequency, which is cool, but as far as the chugs I like to hear, it's definitely woofy. Let's go ahead and try it and roll off the volume a bit. Go ahead and hit that sound with the Venom Inc. version 2 overdrive. Tighten it up. Sounds a lot better, sounds a lot more focused and tight. Still not getting exactly what I want out of the amplifier, but needless to say, definitely has a lot more fun vibes going on to it. I actually had the JCA 100, and I was actually perfectly fine with the way that amplifier sounded for myself. Just hit with a standard SD1, a standard tube screamer. Any of those pedals seem to do it perfect justice, but the mods with this amplifier definitely kind of give it an earlier vibe as far as the distortion goes. I can't get as much gain out of it as I truly would want or would desire for the tones and the music that I write, but as far as plugging in and playing it and getting comfortable and acquainted with the amplifier, it's definitely giving me a little bit more of those earlier rock and roll vibes and maybe earlier metal vibes, just in my opinion. But if you guys have a Jet City amp and you want some awesome modifications done to it, send it to Anthony. Let him know what you want. Let him know what tones you're after, and have him modify it for you. And thank you to truck driver Sean for sending this amplifier out. I've had it for quite a while, getting comfortable with it, playing with it, and it's been a lot of fun to play. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and the tones that we were able to cultivate today together, trying out this amplifier. And in my opinion, sounds pretty awesome. Is it the kind of tones I go after for my day-to-day songwriting? Probably not. But as far as the tones in general, I think it just takes time to get comfortable and figure out what the actual equipment is doing for you. What is its necessary, what necessary tool is it in your bag for what kind of tones you're trying to get. And this, once again, brings me back to those earlier hard rock and metal tones. Not bad. I enjoyed playing it a lot. If you guys like these tones, definitely subscribe to check out more videos so you don't miss out. And in this video today, we were running my Fender Squier Bullet. It's a 2001 model with a Seymour Duncan Nazgul in the bridge, running through a Randall RS125XL cabinet with two Eminence Redcoats, 75 waters, and one 15-inch Legend in this cabinet, which I think really added a little bit with this amplifier as far as the low end and stuff like that, so it gave it a cool frequency as opposed to typical vintage 30s and stuff like that you hear quite often. But once again, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe for more, and I'll leave a link in the description below where you could find Anthony over there in Chicago at AMM Amplified. Send them your Randalls, send them your Marshalls, send them your Jet City amps. Let them know what you want. He'll work it out. Thank you guys. We'll see you next time.